Hi guys, back with another video from YouTube channel. Thanks for all the liking and sharing. So my last video should be uploaded, I filmed it Friday. Should be uploaded, I don't know, Sunday night, Monday night maybe Tuesday. So yeah, so today's Monday. So I should normally have it rendering over there, but yeah, might be tomorrow. I always seem to be a few days out. Anyway, yeah, so it's pissing down with rain outside, so bad, so yeah, not the best. Yeah, so I went car booting it. I didn't plan to go car booting at all, so I normally take out my car boot money. I did plan to go, but the weather was shit. So Saturday, it's pissing down with rain, and I'm like, okay, didn't even look at the forecast. I thought, yeah, there's going to be no car boots on, so yeah, so I didn't set an alarm or anything. And then I woke up about 5:30, went to the loo, and it's like looked out the window thinking, it looks quite sunny outside already, quite bright. So I do what I normally do, just open my door, walk outside in my boxers with my trainers on, just like looking thinking, oh, it's quite sunny, it looks quite sunny here, but you know, where the direction I'm going was really cloudy. So I thought, ah, for fuck's sake. Went inside, quick shower, car boot. And I was thinking, oh, hopefully I got some car boot money. Yeah, in a cupboard, like my car boot money. So I thought, well, at least I got some money. Yeah, started driving to Plymouth as I always do. Probably got halfway there and I thought, that's like the biggest, blackest cloud I've ever seen. Pulled over, Facebook comment mate saying, you know, are you car booted today? What's the weather like? And I think Josh just said, you know, he's going to play it by ear. And I'm like, well, that's a fucking brilliant answer, you know. It looks really dark clouds over there. You car booted today. I'll play it by ear. I'll think, oh, that's either yes or no. Well, cheers, mate. Thanks for the information. Well, that's him gone. Paul just said, yeah, he's car booted it. I said, well, the weather. I'm like halfway there thinking, if I drove all the way there and it's pissing down rain, it's like no point. So I might as well cut my losses and go home now, instead of wasting, you know, £10 worth of petrol. So I thought, he said, oh, I think he said, oh, it's not too bad. So I thought, oh, sod it. And I thought, oh, it looks like it's pissing down rain. I might not go. So I just ummed and ahed for like 2 minutes, just listened to a song on the radio, thinking, oh, I love the music. Did a bit of catching up on Facebook as well, as I do, because I didn't obviously catch up in the morning before I left. And I thought, oh, sod it, I might as well go. And obviously that delayed me by like 5-10 minutes. I thought, oh, what the fuck? So I got there must have been about 6:30. And yeah, the cage was already like filled up. And I literally got out of my car thinking, what the fuck? So I started like running as I always do. Even though the last time it was like, what? May bank holiday at the beginning of the month. We were still stood there till like 7:10, and obviously the cage didn't fill up. So it was just really weird. It was like really bad weather the night before. The clouds were like pretty bad, so it looked like it was going to rain. But there's still loads of people at the car, people selling. So I thought, okay, this is the best time. Did my usual walking around. Yeah, it was really slow going actually, really slow going. Okay, I try to separate these out in the bags. As you know, I'm going to a board gaming event at the end of the month. So, any Lego games. So I picked up this one. No, I didn't get them from there. Maybe I haven't organised it all. Oh no, it was these ones. Okay. Fuck it, after it's fallen out onto the floor. Okay, this woman, she had some Harry Potter board games for sale. So, as you can see, it says £7. I thought it said £7. Where's the sticker that says, oh yeah, £7. And Diagon Alley, what it's called. No, this is, yeah, Philosopher's Stone. Mystery at Hogwarts, not Diagon Alley. Upside down. So this was £4. So I was like looking at them thinking, okay, how much are these? Because every time there's a price on it, I always say, even though it says the price, I'm like, oh, how much are these? They're like, oh, it's price. You think, oh. Hoping it was like a random charity shop price, or they might price it. I'm like, £7 and £4. I'm like, oh really? Okay, oh, that's a bit too much for me. I put them down, and yeah, I carried on walking around as I normally do for 10-15 minutes. I came back and said, oh, can you do a better price on them? And she said, we're going to do both for £5. Or I said, oh, will you take £5 for both of them? And she said, oh, we're doing for £5. So I got both of these for £5. So happy. So hopefully they're complete. Because I'm always like, oh, board games, sometimes they're incomplete, I have to buy 2 to get 1. But yeah. Some good kids games. So I don't know why this one was £7, so they must have looked on eBay, etc. So, but it's electric and got sound effects, which is really cool. And I'm not sure if this opens up like that. So, so I'm looking forward to playing that Joker. I love my little random trash games. So once again, yeah, they'll go to UK Games Expo at the end of the month. Picked up a Monopoly for £1 as well. So yeah, Despicable Me Monopoly. Hopefully it's all there. It doesn't look like it's all there, but for £1, you know, you could get a couple of these, make it complete, and you can ease yourself £10 plus or so. Yeah, it was hard work. Hard work. Marching up and down. You know, marching up and down like a crazy person. Didn't look like other people got much as well. But I did pick up some DVD, just some stuff I always wanted to just, you know, watch. And I can put on my convention table to sell as well, which is brilliant. So, once again, if she wanted like £2 each, £3 each for like certain DVDs. Yeah, it seems to be really hard. You like pick some up and be like, oh, will you take £1 for this? Now £3, £4. And even trying to get deals, you're like. So now I'm like, it might be worth it, but I'm thinking I just walk away. If I can't get anything for £1 or £2, I start like walking away. So this lot I actually got for £10. She said 14 and then went down to 12, and I'm like, ah, oh, just leave it. And she goes, oh, okay, £10. So the Adventures of Clutch Powers, whoever this guy is. Lego DVD. Well, these are the sort of ones I wanted. Was the Star Wars, Clone Wars, the animated series. So that was Season 2, Volume 2. Season 1, Volume 2. And then there's some random Lego, yeah, Lego DVD. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. The Padawan Menace. Another Star Wars, Yoda Chronicles. The Clone Wars, I guess the original thing that started off. I guess they did this and then they did the Clone Wars. Ahsoka used. Forgot how young Ahsoka is. We've been watching the Star Wars Rebels. Ninjago, what you called? Ninjago, yeah. DVD. So there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, £1 each in the end. So after all the and ahhing, she's like, oh, that's £2. I'm like, how much is this one? She's like, £3. How much is that one? £2. I'm like, just give me a, you know, I can pay you £1 each, I'll take all of them. And these random DVDs as well. Bakugan, or what it's called? I can't even pronounce that. So I know the anime kids will absolutely love these. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Clone Wars and that. So because I sort of didn't get much there, I'm like walking around thinking, oh, I want to buy something. So I sort of maybe wasted 10 quid on these jokers, but yeah, I can have enjoyment, sell them all for the same price I got them for, and this is good viewing. Good viewing, not games, good viewing DVDs there. Clone Wars, I'm going to get into it, the Extended Universe was, yeah, brilliant. And that was about it, that car boot. It was disappointing. Didn't look like anyone else got stuff, so there was loads of cars there, but not much to be had. And then, so yeah, so we sort of like all seem to leave at the same time. There's always a certain time you can actually go to like a different car boot. Starts at 7:45, so like 38 minutes past 7, you can see all of us, all the traders and collectors, run into the cars and zoom it on the other side of town to another car boot. We get there, and no one's allowed in. Like, no one's allowed in to like quarter to 8. But it's not exactly allowed in. It's just a car park, and there always is a steward, and there's just like, I don't know, about like 20 car park spaces in a row. And so we're all there standing there, and she just goes, go, and we're just like, yeah. But there's only like, what, 4 cars? 4 or 5 cars? So we stood there, like, all having a chat, and then we all just said, go! And then we all just started running, going, 20 of us going, and then we realised we're like running for like half a second, and we thought, what's the point in running? There's like 4 cars. Then we all just slowed down and like went, look at the cars, and then we just went back. And we're like on there bursting out laughing, thinking, this is fucking pointless. 4 cars. And these are the same body trainers that like are here every fucking week. This is absolute garbage. Laughing my head off, and everyone else is like laughing. We're like, what was the point? What was the point? Back in the car, and we were just like, literally after about 3 minutes, like 3.5 minutes, we're just like, we walk up once, walk up twice, all like, like zombies, like lemons in a row, like, trying not to walk into each other, just going up the 3 or 4 cars, like going, I laugh because this is absolute pointless. I'm like, you got any games? Got any games? Got any games? Next person, got any games? Got any games? Got any Lego? It's like the same question for the same like 4 people. Yeah, it was awesome. I guess you had to be there, but it was fucking funny. I'm like, well, back to the car we go, on to the next car boot. So we went back to the car, drove off to the next car boot. Yeah, the lady there was just well funny. This is obviously another car boot that starts at 8:30, and there's like a barrier, and these would be like, a barrier when there's tape, I guess, obviously when you, I don't know, run a marathon at the end, there's like tape. They used to have that, but now they don't. So once again, everyone's just all lined up in the row, and the field's looking pretty full. And then one of the ladies comes up and goes, where's your friend? Where's your mate? And I'm like, what? Where's your mate? I go, what mate? Your mate. I'm like, I've got a few mates. What are you on about? The mate who last week shouted go. He stood on this rock and shouted go, and everybody ran. He goes, if you see him, tell him we might ban him next time. And the person she was on about was Josh. Like I said, there's like these rocks to sort of all stand on, like to try and like look to see if there's anything there. I'm sure like one week he was like just joking, just went go, and everyone just like charged forward, and obviously the she was like no, and then we all stopped. But she didn't know who it was. But obviously they must have been talking about it for 2 or 3 weeks. Like, where's your mate? And I'm there like messaging Josh saying, mate, I think he might have been banned because he shouted go, and the stewards can't control the crowd. He's there like laughing back at me. I'm like, what? But then yeah, so I got there like 20 minutes early, and she's just non-stop, just like destroying me about George. He's like, well, you were sorry to him, so we might be on. I'm like, whoa, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Then she'd be quiet for 5 minutes and come over and said, next time you see your mate, I'm like, fuck off. I'm like, I'm just saying he gets bargains. I didn't even say go. I'm like, why am I guilty by association? Well, I'm like, and then like a minute later, go! I'm like, Megan, get the fuck out of here, bitch! Oh, it's just so funny. So bloody funny. Okay, yeah, walking around, trying to think what I got. So I've separated some of it out. So the first thing that did come along was these. So yeah, any Lego board games I'm picking up. So these were £1 each. There's only 3 rows, the first row, second row, and like third row. And every time I go down the first row, I always miss something in the second row, and every time I go down the second row, I always miss something down the first row. So I thought, Sonic, yeah. So I thought, let's just go down the second row, quickly do the third row, and come back for the first row. So these were actually, what, in the third row actually, I think? So yeah, so £1, so I'm happy to get these, some more of them. I just hope they're complete. And also, if they're not complete, you can just put them in a box. Apparently, people are saying you can sell kilograms of Lego. I'm like, what? But yeah, normally it takes two of these. If you get 2 of them, you can always complete one, and then just sell the Lego on, or the box on, etc., or trade with the Lego guys. Yeah, so that was about it. Walking around, and I'm trying to think. Did I get any? I'm trying to think. Did I get? What else did I get? From the... I might have got some couple of stuff down there, actually, but it's all mixed into a box. Can't remember. I remember getting them and a couple of other items, but I got this item as well. Yeah, because there wasn't much, obviously you walked around and you started talking to some of the traders and that, you having a good chat and stuff about local bundles, thinking, it was really shit. So yeah, I'm like, oh, this is a really shit day, I haven't picked up much. Do I cut my losses and go home, or do I carry on to the next car boot because of the weather? And yeah, walking around, and then Paul goes, you might want that over there, and I go, oh cool. So it's like a Sonic apron. Obviously, you might recognise the pattern that from the Sonic. They do Sonic curtains and Sonic like duvet cover, which I've got. So I thought, oh cool, am I getting that? And the woman was like looking at me like, okay, how much is this? She goes, £1. Oh, will you take 50p? She's like, oh yeah. I go, okay, give her the 50p. I think I said how much, and she's like, it's for a child. I'm like, no, how much? It's for a kid. I was like, that's not, why don't you answer my question? I just want to know how much it is. And she says, oh, it's £1. I go, will you take 50p? And she goes, yeah, 50p. And I'm like, I'm a big kid, aren't I? And she's like, yeah, you're a big kid. Literally getting destroyed by this woman. Literally getting destroyed. But yeah, so that was sort of go with the curtains. Yeah, so it's like a kid's apron. So I might be able to wear it and just do my pizza and chips. It'll look really funny. It needs a good wash, actually. So my washing skills are probably the colours are all wrong. That's how bad washing I am. Yeah, so that was it from that car boot. There might be one or two items in here, actually. I've got like a bag of other stuff, which I went to the next car boot. So I thought, do a cut my losses and go. So I got to the car. Heads or tails? Heads to carry on. Tails to go home. Flipped a coin. Heads, so I carried on. Stopped the usual Tesco Express to pick up the the usual drink, sandwich, and like a cake. But then I always just have like a normal ham sandwich, which is like £1, like a Sprite, which is always £1, and then like like a cake, which is always like 89p. So it's just cheaper for me to pick up my own ones instead of the meal deal, because I can't even work out the meal deals because it's all fucking confusing in there. I'm like, what? Yeah, as I went to pay, I'm thinking, shit, I haven't got like much money, so I must have brought something because I needed actually more money, so there might be a sign in there. Yeah, because that was like 5, 6, 7, 8. That's £18. So yeah, so there must have been another £5 worth in there. Anyway, so yeah, so I was like, oh, I need to take some money. I do cash back, no, but luckily there's a cash point outside, so I got £50 out and paid separate. I'm like, can I pay my Sprite with a £20 note? Give me the change. Can I buy my sandwich with a £20 note? Change. Can I buy my cake with a £10 note? Change. And the guy was looking at me like, fucking, you want some beam me up? I'm like, cheers mate, this is for my friend, this is for my other friend, and this is for me. Just make it up. Just make it up, this is how I can get change. Because I only got 2 20s and 10 for the machine. Yeah, obviously went to Exeter car boot. Yeah, I started driving there about 9:05. Normally, yeah, the Peacock Meadow car boot, the two that I've just been to, they're like quite big, so you're still there longer. So the other car boot that I said that we all left for racing to, I don't normally go to that one. I only went to that one because the Plymouth Argyle one was absolutely shit, so I normally missed that one out. So normally at Plymouth Argyle to about 8:10, and then you go to Peacock Meadow and you're normally there for an hour. But I left at like 9:05 because it was so shit. So instead of sort of like racing up to Exeter, I just did 50 miles an hour all the way up there. It took forever, absolutely forever. 45 minutes to like an hour, like 50 miles an hour. I'm normally doing like, a bit more than that, you could say, yeah. Yeah, got up there, luckily the weather was actually good, so it turned out nice. Paid the usual £7 to get in. They let us in really early. Normally, obviously, the cars that's selling, they go in. But sooner wasn't, they normally get like 10, 15 cars in before they let us in. But sooner when the first couple went in, they started, yeah, we were able to pay our £7 and go in. So the first few cars. But yeah, we're like walking around, yeah, it wasn't actually much. Wasn't much to begin with. I was, usual moaning like, oh, in retro goddess I trust. Why has she forsaken me? And yeah, so this is what I got. It's literally all mixed up, so I'm not sure what I got where. I know that came together. I know that came together. Okay, here's some stuff from the previous car boot. Yeah, so I got Terminator for the new Terminator Genesis. That was £2, and also Warcraft: The Beginning, £2. So yeah, so that was from one of the other car boots, and for 10p each. I literally just woke up and thought, let's just do the video. I haven't even planned it all because this is all bad. Yeah, for 10p each, I got loads of McDonald's toys. So I got that one, Yoshi. So I couldn't say no for 10p each, really. I could put them 50p on my little convention table. Kids just buy them for 50p. They love little figures. Donkey Kong. So yeah, I went Yoshi crazy. I didn't realize how many Yoshis I got. And Princess Peach / Toadstool. Depends what you call her. Okay, some of these PlayStation games. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I actually got first. Yeah, walking around like a zombie as you normally do. Yeah, it was really hard going. I missed out on some stuff. I missed out. There was like a DS bundle. This woman had some DS games. I saw she had some fake Pokemon games. I think some other guy got them. There's a few Skylanders. People picking up Skylanders. I'm done with my Skylanders, man. Literally, I picked up 150 like in like a couple of weeks, like last year, probably about a year ago actually. Yeah, because I remember taking them at the end of May last year and trading some in. So I've sort of given up getting them. Obviously Disney Infinity, so I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste my money on that shit. But I may pick some up if I see it. But yeah, there wasn't much. So the first sort of pickup at this car boot after an hour was another Monopoly game. So Monopoly Scooby-Doo Collector's Edition. The only one I saw on Amazon was like £100. So I was like, what? And there was like none on eBay. Yeah, none on eBay. Look, complete listings. I think there was maybe one for like £20 or so. But then I realised it was USA Monopoly. So this is obviously a USA version. They never released here. So yeah, so I'll be able to sell this on to hopefully Contest Jacket. Because Monopolies are normally not in that kind of box. They're normally in a smaller one. And if they are in that kind of boxes, yeah. Isn't there like a Zelda one that's this shape? Maybe? Yeah. So yeah, it's like, what, 2,000? I think? I'm not sure. All I know is it's an American one. So I'm going to trade that with with the Monopoly collectors that I know either locally or further afield. Another random Monopoly game. So that was, what, £1, £2? I thought I got another board game. No, I didn't actually. I left that one. Yeah. Anyway, walking around as you do, you sort of get to the idea where sort of people like collectors and that, and I sort of like collect obviously board games, video games, and stuff like that. Some people just do toys, and there's another guy, he's like a bold guy. He walks around. I'm thinking, oh, what does he collect? I didn't actually see what he collected, but he sort of knows what I collected. So I sort of saw him looking at this item. And I just like walked up and like, are you buying that item? And he's just like, nah, you can have it, mate. So I thought, oh, okay. Oh, another Luigi. So yeah, I think I got them all for £1. All those guards, 10p each for £1. I think there was 12 there. Just said, oh, just do £1. Yeah, so this was here. I was like, oh, I picked it up as always. Like, oh, how much you want for it? I think the guy said, oh, £15. I'm like, got any cables? They're like, no cables. And I'm like, oh, no cables. I thought, oh, I was going to only offer a £5. But there's also obviously the other collectors and the traders, they're literally hovering right behind me. So I just said, you know, will you take a tenner? They're like, his girlfriend said yes. So I'm like, oh, so I was a bit harsh, but yeah, so I got Super Nintendo. No cables. But I've got cables for fun. I think I'm down to my last power pack actually. So hopefully this works. But I also got Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which I know I can put on my convention table and get my £10 back minimum. And if it doesn't work, I can swap this with a few friends that I know at the events, and they'll just take the shell, do their spraying custom crap, or be able to trade it in broken ones so people buy broken ones as well. But yeah, £10, I would have liked to pay the £5, but £10 I'd be able to get my money back, and yeah, hopefully it works. I've got cables as well, but I'm down to my last few cables. It's mainly power packs, I've got loads of AV cables. Yeah, controllers for fun and all that jazz. It's quite funny, at the beginning I was like walking around after an hour, obviously not getting anything. I'm like, oh god, I want a Super Nintendo today, because the last few weeks I picked up an N64 there. A Mega Drive. I'm like, oh, I want a Super Nintendo this week. And it was like, yeah, all like laughing at me. And then look at an hour later, Retro Goddess suddenly getting a Super Nintendo. Fucking hilarious. I'm there laughing. Turn around and all the little collectors of traders like looking at me like, what the fuck? But yeah, happy. to get that. Yeah, a bit annoying there's no cables, so a bit concerned that there isn't any cables, but I guess, you know, I'm like, where's your cables? So I need to watch back my video because I might have filmed it. I had my GoPro, but I didn't charge my battery up. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going. So my battery was flat, but I was able to charge it up with my car because I've got a DAB radio, so it's got the same connector. So I was able to do that. And yeah, half the time I forgot whether it's on or off, so I don't know. Sometimes I might be filming doing that, but I might have turned it off thinking I'm turning it on. So hopefully got some footage. Yeah, just carried on with the rest of the car boot. Picked up, yeah, I think this was, what, £1 or £2? It's StarCraft the expansion, Brood War, like obviously what's it called, guide, strategy book, but also StarCraft for the PC and the Brood War for that. So happy to pick this up. It's a couple of quid. It just goes in the collection actually. I remember I played Warcraft, all Command and Conquer and stuff like that, and StarCraft. I didn't play it for that long because I just ended up, that was sort of like my time. I remember playing it and I sort of fed up with video games at the time, I think. Or I used to just go out drinking all the time at the weekends, or going out boy racing. and I had girls, so I didn't do much gaming then. There was like a period, like a year or two. I didn't do 18 months, I think. I didn't do much gaming, but then got back into it, as you can see. Yeah, so yeah, that was £2 for it all. So yeah, happy. Just a good collection filler, really. And the guides there as well. Where am I going to put all this? So carried on walking around again. Yeah, really hard. Saw this and thought, well, I'm going to get it. I think it needs a good clean. His arms are just like weird. I just never noticed that. So I've got a chef. I've got like a Cartman version of these, so yeah. 98. Yeah, my one's 98 as well, but there's a Cartman. I think I've got a car version. So I thought, well, we've got this. 50p I think it was. Or £1. I think I offered 50p. He's like, no, £1. 50p. No, £1. I'm like, okay, go for it for £1. Like I said, I haven't brought much, to be honest, so some money on me. So yeah, got that. And I got this for £2 as well. So I was well happy. Super Ted. Oh, I love my kids program. Super Ted triple set. The very best of Super Ted. Super Ted Kicks Up the Dust. And Trouble in Space. There's lots of kids programs you watch now that are absolutely really cool. And there's some really absolutely shit. Like Captain Bucky O'Hare. I like Bucky O'Hare as a kid, but you watch it back now thinking, I don't like Bucky O'Hare. I want the bloody Toads to win. I want the Toads to fuck him up. But yeah, happy to get this. Hopefully it's as good as I remember. Not sure how old it is, but yeah. Happy to get that in the random DVD kids collection. Slowly building up here. Yeah, I went back. Yeah, new cars are coming in all the time. The good thing about it, normally Exeter, all the cars come in, and by like 20 past 12, oh no, probably about 10 past 12, not many more cars come in. But this was constant, non-stop, so everyone must have thought, oh, it's nice weather, we're doing the car boots later. So they're all just slowly coming in, like, so yeah. So it wasn't as busy as normal, but it was a steady stream of them. So you can sort of like, yeah, pick where you want to go, because that's where like 3 or 4 cars just turn up. Well, normally it's like 4 there, 4 there, 4 there, big vans down there, and you're like, you're trying to look at 20 cars at once. But going around, yeah. So I went back to some of the original cars, and where everyone was obviously going for the 3 or 4 cars just coming in, and picked up some of these. So I picked up Hugo, the Evil Mirror. I'm not sure if I got this one. There's one Hugo game I'm missing, so I guess I'll pick up Hugo. These are 50p or £1. And Digimon Monsters, so Rumble Arena. So happy to get that as well. I may already have it, but I think my manual's a bit damaged, so this was a sort of bit better manual. Also picked up, I'm not sure what order I did these in. I think they were the order. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, the amount of cars I said, oh, you got any video games? And like, yeah, because obviously, we paid to get in early, and some of them were sort of a bit overawed, I guess, obviously, with the amount of people just asking for stuff. So like, oh, come back later. No, I haven't got any games. And the woman was like, yes, I have got games. You can sort of tell, sort of, but you sort of think, oh, they just all they want to do is set up. So the amount of times, you got any video games? Yeah, we have, you know, come back later. And I'd be like, oh, just keep them back for me. And I'll come back later on. And I must have done that with about 10 cards, going back. And finally this guy said, oh, I've got 2 boxes of games. Yeah, put the two boxes of games on the table. And I was like looking at one. And then Josh came along and looked at the other. He was like right next to me. I'm like, what? So I'm thinking, oh, which box do I look at? So I'm like looking at this box, and he's sort of like looking at that box. But there's one game I really wanted the other box, so I was sort of a bit of like, I was like a lizard going, bleh. So there's one game I sort of wanted just because I think I'm missing a manual for it. So I went, bleh. I got the game out of his box. He wasn't happy, so I sort of apologised later. Well, sorry, mate. You know, I think he looked through the rest of them. But he's sort of, I think I sort of pissed him off. So for about half an hour, 45 minutes, every time he walked past, before he's talking, but he don't just ignore me. So I would say I apologise, Josh, but I sort of did ask for those 2 boxes of games, which I knew were obviously coming out of this car probably about 45 minutes before, and then he did bring them out. I'm like, by the time I tried to open one and then try and go the other, he sort of just came along. But we sort of made up. I apologised at the end. The game that it wasn't really like a rare game or anything, but it is Ring of Red. I need the manual for it, so yeah. So Ring of Red, and I think these actually came with these. So yeah, I think these all 50p. Because I imagine there's some garbage games here, which I wouldn't have paid more than £1 for. But yeah. So there was this one in his box, but all the rest of this was in my box. there's nothing like in the other box at all. So yeah, I think these are all 50p. These are 50p as well for the same person. I think. So yeah, so I got Ring of Red, Spider-Man Platinum. I got the normal Spider-Man, but obviously Spider-Man Platinum. Jumper. So I just got some shelf fillers that obviously if you try and go for full set or stuff, these are the ones you do have to pick up. But if they're 50p, I'm picking them up every time. Killzone, which is I love Killzone, amazing, absolutely amazing. I can't remember, it was like network adaptable, but I can't remember if you can do like local area network with it. Like some of the, I think one of the Call of Duties you can. Big Red one I think you can, so but I'm not sure if it's this one as well. So I'd like to pick up some copies of this and hopefully I'll be able to do local area network. Another game, these are all complete because I only pick up complete ones. Unless I forget. Dark Watch. Gunslinging Vampire Outlaw. So this looks cool. It looks a bit like, I don't know. Oh, it's first person as well. I'm going to say it's a bit like Damnation, the PS3. But yeah, I've never seen it before. It's probably one of those shit titles. But yeah, definitely to go in my gotta play pile and complete. I'll at least give it a go. And this one, Sega Bass Fishing Duel. So by Sega again. Acclaim? Yeah, okay. So yeah, so just little PS2 fodder. And yeah, the rest of them just wasn't the best games. And that was it, yeah. Walking around for another half an hour or so. Josh is like walking past me, just ignore me. I'm like, okay, mate. Who stole the games? So we had a bit of a lover's test, but we were okay in the end. I missed out on a PSP and some games. I was like, for God's sake, I never see a PSP at a car boot. And then suddenly one comes along and I'm like, for God's sake. And then, yeah, like I said, about half an hour later, someone put some PSP games, PSP games out. I thought, yeah, I'll take these. And I think he had this adapter as well, or got them from somewhere else. So, basically I paid £1 for this. That's a D-terminal AV cable, which goes into a PSP. So I think you can actually hook the screen up, or stereo. Well, I'm trying to work out what it is. Because it's in Japanese. So it looks like you plug that in and that's like the audio, and then you put this in a stereo system. That's what I can make out from the picture. But it may be to transfer the screen to the TV. So wherever D-terminal AV is, it's all Japanese, so I thought, well, it's sealed. For a quid, you can't go wrong. And these games are 50p. I picked some up initially. I actually got that one somewhere else. Yeah, I picked up some initially and then came back for the rest. And I can't remember which ones. So in the end, yeah, so I remember getting two. I remember spending £1 and coming back for the rest. So PSP game was Tekken 6. I'll look over there, see, do I have Tekken 6? No, I don't. Fired Up, which I thought I had, but I can look over there, and I don't have that. The Secret Saturdays Beasts of the Fifth Son. Who the fuck is this? Yeah, all complete. Don't have it. Oh, cool. Well, this is. I forgot to look at this one. What's it? International Athletes. And then I've just opened it. And it's got. Obviously, I can't turn it. It's got Breath of Fire 3 in. Just going to check the other games. Yeah, that's the right game. That's the right game. That's the right game. Yeah, Breath of Fire 3. Okay, that's random. So I thought I was going to shit International Athletes for the PSP, but it is actually Breath of Fire 3. Which I think I've got over there. So just, yeah, that'd be trade fodder. 300 March to Glory. I thought this one obviously was the film, but when I looked on the back, I realised it's not a film, it's just the PSP game. And okay, MTX Moto Tricks. Yeah, so all them were 50p. Yeah, Tekken 6. Definitely want to see what that's like on the PSP. So any PSP games that I do see, yeah, I'm picking them up as, yeah, gotta pick them up really if they're 50p or £1. Surprising the amount of games they released for the PSP. It's what, 600-700 of them, I think. So yeah, everyone says obviously it wasn't a successful console, but they released quite a lot of games for it. I left all the UHD films and that. So yeah, and then obviously later on, I picked up another PSP game, paid £1 for this one. And this one is Monster Hunter Freedom. Which I don't have. Cool. It's funny anyway. Yeah, so I got it for £1. I think that it's a 2, 3 of them, but this is the most commonest one, I guess. Imagine this one, if I remember correctly. I always see this one all the time, like in whether it's other conventions or in, but I don't. Yeah, or in conventions or game shop. But I don't actually have my own. So for £1, happy to get that in there. Man, it's all building up here, isn't it? But it does. You can see the cabinets. Okay, so yeah, I was really happy with sort of what I picked up. Last couple of cards came in before I was about to go. Saw this or just in the shoebox. I was like, oh, thank God for that. There's one game here which I've been looking for ages, but I don't want to pay any stupid money. But I got all this. These are 50p each. I got all this for £5. In the end, it was just trade fodder in the end. So Iron Man. Medal of Honor Frontline. Amazing Allies Edition, Spider-Man Web of Shadows. So, I haven't seen that one before. So I thought, well, I need to get that Joker. So let's just scan it into Amazon. It could be just one of these. Never seen it before. They're all in really good condition. I did ask if you got a console, etc. She's like, no. Good thing Amazon, you can just scan it in. The barcode like that. I bet it's a common game. I know I don't have it. It says 464, so that could be either disc only or get out of here, Music Magpie. It looks like it's complete. So yeah, 50p, £4 game, 464 game. So yeah, happy. I don't have that in my collection, so I go in there. Medal of Honor, not Imperial Assault, European Assault. World at War, Final Frontiers. Yeah, Final Front, sorry, not Final Frontier. 2008. So obviously that came out with World at War on the PS3 and stuff. The Godfather, which I absolutely love. Yeah, it was just Grand Theft Auto, but in sort of like the Godfather universe. But I just love the smacking a shopkeeper's head to the till, getting money out of him, and try and get to that bar to extort as much money out as possible. If you haven't played it, definitely play it. Definitely an underrated game. I like Grand Theft Auto. No, not Grand. Was there Godfather 2 or Godfather 3? There's one on the PS3. I completed it in literally about 4 hours. I'm like, what? I wanted a bit more than that. It was basically a PS2 game just on the PS3. There didn't seem to be much difference at all. A bit of online, I think they added, but yeah. So brilliant game. So if you haven't played it, yeah, get on it. Agassi Tennis Generation looks absolutely garbage. But 50p. Once again, don't have it. And World War Aces of the Sky. Or World War 1 Aces of the Sky. So I'm not sure there's a few of them, because I thought I had a World War 2 one. That was Aces of the Sky. But maybe not. Maybe I got that wrong. And the main one I actually wanted from there. I keep seeing it at conventions for like, what, 20 quid or something stupid. There was a shop locally selling it for 15. But yeah, so I got all this for a £5. And it's the Call of Duty trilogy. Yeah, it's Call of Duty Finest Hour, Call of Duty 2, big red one, Call of Duty 3. It says not to be sold separate on there. And luckily, every single DVD or game there. I think when I have seen it at a good price, they've obviously just put their own copy in there. As you can see, that one says not to be sold separate. So well happy to finally get that in my collection. I missed out on it so many times at car boots. Don't want to pay a stupid price for it. But yeah. In a way, that's one of my sort of like annoying games I would never pick up at car boots because I always miss out on it. So on Amazon it's 1861, the cheapest. Which, you never know, could be just the 3 discs together, you know. If I click on it. Not much information there, cheers mate. But yeah. So I got that, yeah, so I got all those, I think it was down to Amazing Spider-Man, Frontman and Iron Man. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, because that was £1, the rest was 50p. Happy. Happy. So in the end, the Retro Goddess, she did give out in the end. Yeah, hard work. There didn't seem to be much out there. Yeah, picked up a random Super Nintendo, got a good PS2 games as well, PSP games, so yeah, some stuff that actually go in the collection, stuff obviously the trade to sell on. Yeah, so the car beat's supposed to start at 1, but I get there a bit early, but the actual, like, people who run it, they won't let you out at like between 12:30 and like 1:15. So yeah, so I must have got about 1:45. I was like, oh yeah, I just want to go home, you know, I live in Cornwall, it was like an hour and a half drive to get home. Or stuff I also wanted to do on the way home as well. I'm like, oh god, I don't want to be here, you know. It's 1:45, I'll be here for half an hour. Because obviously they let all the general public come in. And all their cars are all coming in, so it's really only, it's like, there's obviously 2 lanes going in and out, but for some reason when the cars do come in, they have 2 people there, and they both take money at the same time, so it's hard to get out. Because, yeah, I'm like, oh. So I'm there with my bags, and like, oh, we're not going to let you out. The sign says, you know, you're here at like 22, 1:45, we're not letting you out. I'm like, mate, I'm knackered, can I just take my stuff back to my car? And I'll just sit in my car until like 1:15 and let me out. Because obviously I can't get out, because obviously all the cars coming in, there's no point, you know, I may as well just wait till 1:15. He's like, yeah, I'll go, I can also go to the loo. He's just like, yeah, okay, I'll let you out. So I open the gate, can finally get out. But luckily there's a woman next to me, she's like, I want to go to the loo. And I'm like, oh, I want to go to the loo as well. What he said in the previous video. So I was able to get out. I didn't go to the loo. Went straight to the car, put my bags in, and tried to get out as like quick as possible. But luckily, there wasn't 2 people like waiting for the cars. They weren't even there. I'm like, what? They're normally there. So just drove out. And because I actually left there early, there's another car boot on the way home at Ivy Bridge, which starts at 1. So I left at like 1:45, and it's only like, yeah, it's only a 20-minute drive away. So on the way home. Yeah, it's only just started, so I don't know if it's the 2nd or 3rd week. So I popped in there, It looks like I arrived late. I'm like, oh, it looks like obviously. But I didn't see any of my sort of my rivals, you could say, the collectors. I didn't see anybody like that at all. So I walked around, came to like a stack of PS2 games. Once again, they had the prices on there. I'm thinking, what? This can't be real. This can't be real. They had Crash Bandicoot, Clash of the Titans. I'm like, how much is this one? And the guy was like, 15 quid. 15 quid! How much is this one? 5 quid. I'm like, put it down. I'm like, well, that's the end of that conversation. Carried on walking. I'm like, what? I'm like, mate, I just want to go. I hate it when they say, how much are PS2 games each? They're like, they're all different prices. You're like, oh. I picked up like 4 and just said, oh, well, you take £4 for these. And like, no, they're all different prices. And the 4 that I picked up ended up to be like 35 quid. He goes, I could do them, I don't know, maybe we could do it for 30 quid. I'm like, no thanks. So I left them, carried on walking. Picked up a couple of other stuff. So yeah, so once again there was another one with like prices on. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. Well, I think his son had a little list. How much are these? And I realised one of them is like the wrong game. So in the end, they wanted £7 for this one and £7 for this game. So it's Advance Wars Dark Conflict and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And I thought, oh, God's sake. Okay, we take a tenner for both. She's like, yeah. So I don't have this in my collection. Don't think so. So that would go in my collection. So I'm really happy to get out of the collection. And I thought I could sell this one. But as you can see, it's Black Ops 3. The one that sells at the moment for like, what, £18 plus? It's actually Black Ops 2. But I didn't know there was a Black Ops 3. And 2, the cover looks exactly the same. Obviously, with the 3, it looks quite similar. So I'm like rushing around thinking, oh, will you take these? And then 2 minutes later, I did see a Black Ops 2, and that had £10 on it, and the box was destroyed. The disc was really scratched, and it did look like a trader. Yeah, so I never really played Black Ops 3 at all. Didn't know it existed. So it includes bonus content, free game digital download. Call of Duty Black Ops, the game that started it all. Oh, so you also get Black Ops, the original as well? Multiplayer plus zombies only. Yeah. So, hopefully it's on this with the Xbox 360s. Multiplayer and zombies only. Aren't they all? So this just must be online. There's no actual game. But I'm reading it correctly. Delivered to yeah, this just looks like it's just online and zombies, so no actual single player. Going back to say, I'm sure they have like more discs because Xbox 360 doesn't store that much. Oh well, they'd probably just go in the Call of Duty collection anyway. Yeah, but Advance Wars, well happy. I don't have this one in the collection either. Came with a few books, as always. I've got one Advance Wars over there, but I don't know which one. I've got a couple on the Game Boys. Oh, I love this game so much. So much. Brilliant turn-based game. So sort of happy I got that, so yeah. Carried on walking around again, and saw this on the floor. And my heart started beeping. Open it up, nothing in it, apart from games. But it was £2. God, I didn't realise how much was in here. Okay. So it's a Box Aqua PS2. I saw this on the floor, it was literally like that, and I'm like, oh, it's an Aqua PS2. Please be an Aqua console in there. No, it says no. No, it wasn't. I'm like, no. What, the Retro Goddess? She was teasing me. But inside were some games. But for £2, I can't go wrong with these actually. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Project Snowblind. Test Drive Unlimited. So these would be good trade fodder as always if I don't have them. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Need for Speed Underground, which is so good. Oh mate, literally I want to go back to that time. It was just the best time, man. The country was so, you know, positive back then. What's this, 2001? No, 2003. Boy Racing, I was in, I was loving my little Boy Racers, my Boy Racer clan. Need for Speed Underground, brilliant at the time. Need for Speed Undercover. Oh, I actually don't have this one, but as you can see, it's no manual. So that will go to the trade pile. And Hot Wheels World Racer, once again, got this, but go to the trade pile. I'll swap out the discs, etc. if they're in better condition, manuals and that. And until just now, I didn't realise these were at the bottom because it was just those games just shoved in there. And Colin McRae Rally, manual disc. 2 discs, so this is Value Series. Ford Racing 2. That looks like a PS2 game. Medal of Honor PS1. Disc are not in bad condition actually. TOCA 2. Oh, okay, cool. That's the best selling one. No Fear Downhill Mountain Biking. Looks like it's just manual only. 007, World Is Not Enough. WWF In The House. Oh, that's The World Is Not Enough manual. Worms Armageddon. Which, because it's just disc only, I might put to my video games night stuff. So I've got a PlayStation with obviously like a multi-tap. And instead of having like, yeah, so I can just put that in there. So it's just easy to just put that in the console. Because Worms Armageddon is good. And Dukes of Hazzard, The Race for Home. Gotta get home apparently. So they're separate because they're in really good condition discs. So absolutely good. I asked, you know, you got the PS2 console? They're like, no, I haven't got any. I'm like, and she's like, oh, do you want? Yeah, we've got steering. Would you like a steering? Oh, nah, it's too big. No, thank you. You know, try and be polite. Nah, it's too big. And then next to her on the floor, a mum was selling, and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking, shit, I wish I never said it was too big to sell. And I saw this. I couldn't get it as a bargain, but yeah, so I paid £5 for this. I tried to get it. I said, oh, £3. Hopefully she would say 4, but she's saying £5. I'm like, God's sake. And other than me saying the other thing's too big, and then this one, I thought, well, I may as well get it because I think I got one unboxed, but I may as well have this one. And it's a steering wheel for the GameCube, Logitech. Yeah, that was well funny. Nah, I don't want to steer. I've got no room. And then suddenly on the floor there's this fucker. And I'm like, oh, and then I've suddenly got some room. She's like, you've suddenly got... I've got room for box ones. This unboxed ones is hard to keep because there's a rectangle. I'm trying to make out I could stack stuff on. I'll save the blanket. Yeah, for £5. Not too bad. It was a bit mouldy on the outside. Obviously, it's been the loft. So I had to clean on the outside and that. Inside, it's all bagged. Manual's all bagged. So... She even said it's never been used, the usual at Car Boots. Like new, never been used on eBay. They seem to be the 3 main things, but she's like, it's new inside, obviously a bit rough around the edges with mould, it's been in the loft. So I'm like, okay, £5, worth it. But before that, because the reason I obviously paid £5, I only want to pay £3 for it, she's like, I'm hoping to save 4. But she did say, oh, I've got loads of games at home. Oh, I wish I brought them today. I'm like, yeah, I wish you did as well. £3 for that? She's like, nah. £5, £4, nah, £5. So I thought, £5. I go, can I give you my phone number? She's like, yeah, okay. So I gave her phone number to the daughter who had the PS2. And I said, oh, if you ever find the PS2, let me know. Obviously, you do decide the GameCube games. Yeah, so just message me. She hasn't messaged me yet. I'm like literally crying, thinking, please message me. Please message me. Yeah, so hopefully... I go, oh, hopefully I go, well, because I obviously got that for £2. I'm like, well, I'll give you £2-3 per like GameCube game. She's like, okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Hopefully they got some good games. So even if it's just one Mario game, it's just worth it. Just obviously in collection. to sell on and to trade on and that jazz. So yeah, something really big. I've got nowhere to fucking put it. It was actually true when I said I haven't got any room. Yeah, slowly build it up. And carried on walking around, so I'm like, got this, I got the bloody PS2 on my hand, thinking, oh, this is a random car boot I just stopped off on the way home. Just to confirm where it was, because I tried to go there once or twice last year, but I couldn't see it where it was, so I'm like, what? And on that day, someone described where it was, so I drove a bit slower and then actually found it. I thought it was late, so I got some good stuff. I don't have an Aqua console, which is really annoying to put in there. But I might take that to, to the convention, and then just put £10, sell the box for £10 or something like that. So I might see how much CX are giving for them, and maybe buy one or try and get one off the Facebook groups, put it in there, and then obviously sell it on for a bit more money. So yeah, it's always handy to have that. To be honest, you never know. Next car boot, I might find one. Kind of walking around and thought, oh, that's just a usual trader aisle. Walked down there. And I've noticed traders always seem to have one or two of these. Paul seems to pick a few up. But obviously, none of those guys are there. I've noticed they always seem to have one of these, obviously, the home, the home, like, old 80s plug and play jokers. So I've got this one. Most exciting home video game, obviously the Pongs and stuff. Works on any brand, any size TV, colour or black and white. So I don't have this one, so the box is a bit destroyed, but I paid £4, or I paid £2 for this one and then £2 for the other one. I noticed traders always seem to have them, and I think I've got this one, but it's a Benetton, horrible green, I haven't even opened it yet, of horrible green tape, which is going to be an absolute nightmare to take off. It looks like someone's tried to take it off already, damaged the box, which is really annoying. So I might have to, get my skills on that joker. But that was £2 as well. So I always seem to find traders always seem to have these unboxed or boxed. So yeah, I think Paul, my mate Paul, he seems to pick up a few of them. Even like the old old handhelds you see behind me, the traders always seem to have them for like £5 or £10 or so. And that is it. My bags are empty. So yeah, a successful weekend. I'm trying to think how much I spent, but so quite a lot of stuff can actually go in my collection now. So not too much to trade on, but happy, really happy. I need a PSP. I will find a PSP at a car boot. So N64, Mega Drive, Super Nintendo. It's all about PSP next. PSP. And after when I got the Super Nintendo, I'm like, oh, I need one of these Panasonic Nintendos. Was it Panasonic Qs? Panasonic Q. I'm like muttering to myself, like, to the retro goddess, Panasonic Q. Look, every time I see a hi-fi deal, I always think, oh, let's just go there, just in case they think it's a hi-fi system, and they don't know what really it is. But yeah, really happy. It was really hard for something I was actually going to stay in for. It's probably the best sort of video game wise, board game wise, DVD wise, across the whole board. It's probably the best sort of like car boot sort of day I've had recently. If only the Super Nintendo had cables and there was a fucking blue PS2 in the box, they would have been super happy. But it happens. I'm happy with everything. So thanks for liking and sharing. Oh, I guess what's behind me. This cabinet is like a Final Fantasy cabinet, so I've got some in a row there. This is my handheld one. Got like Alien Chase, if you get to see it up there. My Duke Nukem collection signed by Johnson John. Asteroids, Alien Attack down there, and obviously some more handhelds down the bottom. Down the bottom is all the little McDonald's handhelds, and at the back, etc. In the cabinet. I've literally run out of room. Worst handheld of all time, a Barcode Battler. And the Final Fantasy collection. What's up the top, really? So I have a couple of games missing. I haven't really concentrated on like I have in the past. I haven't really organised it. I literally can't see anything. I'm not sure if I'm aiming because I've literally got my arm out. Yeah, so happy. So get in there. Get in there. Cool. Cheers, guys. Thanks for liking and sharing. Hopefully reflection hasn't picked up my boxes. It's like my fucking boxes. Oh, cheers, guys. Thanks for liking, thanks for sharing, and all that jazz.